Okay, on the bench today, I have another Technics SL 1900. He brought it in because he's saying that the left channel, there's no sound coming out of the left, only the right. So I've hooked it up and he's absolutely right. There's no sound to the left and sounding to the right. There's also a few issues that I'm seeing. I've tried to set the 33 and it's all the way up to the end. So we'll need to adjust that as well. And I've also noticed that the tone arm, when it lifts, it's way too high. It's like 1.5 inches away from the record. It doesn't look good. It's not set properly. So I'll be setting the tone arm, the heights when it goes up and down, and I'll be setting the speed 33 and 45, and we are gonna be able to check. I'll check this cable here. The RCA cable is the one that seems to be at fault. We'll try to repair this, see what we actually have. I don't know if I have a cut inside or maybe it's not soldered inside underneath this turntable, but we're going to check this out. Okay, so this video is going to be about the Technics SL 1900. The biggest problem why it's on the bench is because there's no sound coming from the left channel or come from the left side. He thinks that the wire is at fault. I did test it and there's nothing coming from the left, so I do believe that we have an issue. Either the cable is broken within or maybe some soldering on the inside, so we're going to check that. We'll start this. You notice how the tone arm is way too high. Takes forever to go down over the record. I don't really care for that too much, so we're gonna set that to what it's supposed to be like. I found that the 33, which there's the one on the bottom, I can't adjust this anymore, so it seems to be only on the 33. So these are all adjustments that can be adjusted, so we're going to do that. This is my little project for today. All right, so I'll set you back on the tripod for the camera and we're going to get to work with this. Okay, so we're going to shut this off. I'll lock the tone arm. I'm going to take this cartridge out of here and I'll put it on the side. And we're going to start taking this apart. This is spinning freely, so this is pretty good. So we'll go right to work with this. Okay? Use a brand new of these, one of these. So what we're going to do is I'm going to check, there's a few capacitors on here and I will check those. I don't believe that there would be anything wrong with those caps, but I told them that I would check them anyway. That's good. Hopefully you guys can see this right there. And I've checked all these capacitors. I didn't realize there was quite a few of them. I thought there was only a couple. Usually there's only a few, but this apparently had quite a few. These are the orange caps. The other ones are, you know, they're about 1 ohm. This big one is testing really good. I gotta check this one. That's a really good cap. Really good cap. We'll check these ones as well to make sure. This one is good. This one is good. This one is good. Nope. Yeah, that's a lot better. This one needs to be cleaned as well. It doesn't roll good. That's perfect. Okay, so these are been cleaned. I'm going to spray a little bit on the trim pots. So now that I have this off, I'm going to take these 3 screws off, and this is going to expose my spindle. So the bottom of my spindle, I'm just going to grease it up again, just to make sure that now's the time to do it. If you so we may as well do it. Okay, just all this exposes is the bottom part. So we'll just put it back together. That's good. So you guys remember the issue that I'm having, eh? It's the left for this turntable has no sound to it, and the left is the white cord here. If I'm testing the red one, here I'll back you up. I'm testing continuity, okay? So this one is working, and this is working. Okay, so the white one is on this side. If I'm testing the white one, the ground is okay. But when I'm testing continuity, there is a break on this cord somewhere. So we're gonna have to change this. This cord is no good. It's too bad. We'll see what we can find for this. Okay, I'll bring you a bit closer of what I've done. What the issue was with this is that the left cord has had a break in it, and we didn't have any sound coming out of the left side of this turntable. So I found another cord that I had here, so I resoldered it. Everything is on there. You can probably see it. Okay, I'm gonna lift it. That's all I've done. There was 4 soldering to do. There's these 2 plus the negatives. Okay, so what I've done too is I've made sure that all these are nice and tight. These are the ground. Okay, and I've checked all these capacitors. I've checked all these capacitors as well. Everything seems to be in working condition. And I've sprayed a lot of contacts in these pots. And I've also sprayed some contacts on these trimmer pods right here. And everything is going to be a-okay, I believe. I'll put the top back on, and we'll see if we can adjust the speed. I had an issue with the 33. The strobe light bar it was slowing almost there, but it was still moving a little bit, and I wasn't able to adjust this. This was already up to one end, and I wasn't able to readjust. So what I've done is, this is how I do it, is I put this right in the center. These two, this is the 33 and this is the 45. Put this right on the center, and you can adjust these trimmer pods here. Okay, so at least you have play on each side. This way here, this one here was way out to the end, and I wasn't able to do anything with it. But now it seems to be, I'm pretty confident that this is going to work well. And I've also sprayed some contact into the speed selector switch. So everything seems to be working okay. The main issue was to change that cord. The left cord was had a defect in it, and he wanted me to check the capacitors, and I did that. So now we're going to put it all back together. You'll have to unlock this and put this over on this side. Lift the up and down lever, and it kind of has to go in this way. Just want to make sure that this is okay. Everything is at its place. Perfect. Okay, so just making sure that you don't catch anything on the way down. There we go. And this should sit right on there, like this. So now you're safe to bring this down and lock it. I'm going to flip this around, knowing that this is on the lock position. I just want to put the screws on the bottom, okay? No, we're going to do just that. So we'll flip this around like this. And we should good to go. Oops. Yes. I'm not going to put this cover back on because there may be some adjustments that I need to do on this. This one goes there. So we're going to power this off. You can tell it's working perfectly. Everything's so smooth, eh? I love this. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this cap off and I'm going to set this tone arm. Okay, so I'm going to let this float for a bit. It's a bit much. There, this thing is just floating. I love this. Okay. So this would be 0 gravity. So I'm just going to make sure that I have this on 0. And we'll bring this to 2 grams. And that should be fair enough. Okay, so we're testing this. Let's do it. Everything is automatic. It's not raising up like it used to. I found it's a really nice position to go over to the record, and it goes down very nice and quiet. Beautiful. Enjoy this. And okay guys, the Technics SL 1900 turntable has been serviced. I replaced the RCA cable that was in the back. The left side was defective. And what I've done with this is I've taken it all apart. I did check the speed. The speed had to be adjusted as well. The 33 wasn't bang on. But anyways, I've showed you how I went about to adjust those. The tone arm is set properly with the counterweight, and I'm about to call the customer to tell him it's ready. Anyway, if you like the video, thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it.